And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like, immune to everybody, this is Stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing this 50s like, hate it and love it, I just can't get enough. Labels keep calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said, oh my apology, they keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest.
So cold, feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro, Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's chin in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim. You risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up. Then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
Yeah, so that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taking the dash on wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no bill, bow baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess, this a heat check. Yeah, shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years, the vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys, I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source, I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics. Boss like P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends tee, no button down. Respectfully, that's for me, don't down. Round if you wanna, round if you wanna. It's lifestyle, not for you, but it's for me. Bossy.
Bars, I'm gonna go without the ad-libs. In the booth and I like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of truths that I bust out the roof if I'm ready to battle my enemy. And you rappers just stole my identity, and I really know why you ain't feeling me. With Tiffany, and they restore my agility. And I'm never rehearsing, I'm making a million of verses like Swizzy and Timothy. Never provoke with the go, cause I want all the smoke, you can call me a Jiminy.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. This defense for the Bears, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Quarterback run, good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Graham. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. The Bears sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here on 3rd down. Graham will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, man, they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action. Patterson. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down. Patterson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, they'll take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing a 2nd interception.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Graham. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, Connor. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down now, Connor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Patterson. He'll find Williams on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on. Hey.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Off the play fake, Patterson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. And that looked almost to be a case of, and now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 40, the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Bears. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with, and they say challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
First incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The drive will start with an option going left. He'll pitch it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Off play action. Patterson. He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Kamara gets it again on second down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Defensively, we always know he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Okay, ready?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, That's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Graham going to set up to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more, what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
They'll start by running the option to the right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
And able to get them inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun on 3rd down. Patterson being chased out left. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Alvin Kamara from 4 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now Graham on 1st down. Throwing left sideline complete. That's Larson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 3rd and goal. Graham with it. Steps away to his left. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Patterson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. First down. Here's Graham. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Quick slant to Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Connor, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Graham to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Connor. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now it's Graham. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Taken down by Pete Werner.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd down, Connor. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Patterson, he's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Here's Williams to return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. Patterson. He's got it. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no waypoint. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Patterson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. 3rd and goal. Try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Operating from the gun. Patterson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Connor. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Williams. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Patterson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Patterson. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight cover. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bears take over. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Chicago, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll